Cruise news, a major accident has occurred involving Alaska cruise passengers in Skagway. I'm going to get you the details on that. Plus, a new advisory has been issued for travel to Mexico, and there are several big cruise line announcements that you need to be aware of. I'm going to get you the top cruise news updates to get you fully up to speed, and I'm going to get you the information fast, coming up. Welcome to the Travel Scouts. My name is Jason and we are your cruise information channel. We get you the cruise news and information you're looking for quickly without wasting your time. So if you love cruising, consider subscribing. Let's go ahead and kick things off with number one. Carnival Cruise Line has announced a new multi-device premium Wi-Fi plan. The cost of the new plan is $75 per day, and that includes the ability to connect up to 4 devices. Now, a very important note is that if you want this, you will need to pre-purchase it prior to your cruise. According to Cruise Line brand ambassador John Hild, it will not be available once you board the ship. Several people have pointed out that the price is very expensive. If you wanted to get the premium Wi-Fi for one device, it would only cost $21.25 per day. So getting the multi-device plan really only makes sense if you truly need Wi-Fi for 4 people. In that instance, you would save $10 per day compared to buying the Wi-Fi plan for people in your party individually. Then for a cruise alert, number 2, the U.S. State Department has reissued their travel advisory for Mexico with a few updates. Here are some of the most significant things to be aware of for cruise ports. There are a few areas of Mexico that have been given a level 4 travel advisory. Level 4 means do not travel. Those areas are identified in red on this travel advisory map. In regards to cruise ports, there are a few destinations that fall in these level 4 areas. The first of those is Mazatlan. For Mazatlan, note that the State Department does consider the port area and the historic town center to be safe for travel. However, they do not allow government employees to roam freely outside of those areas. The second port in a level 4 advisory area is Manzanillo. The State Department deems the port and tourist areas of the city to be safe there as well. However, the U.S. government does not allow their employees to travel in any area of the next 2 cruise port destinations. Those include Acapulco and Ixtapa. Regarding those destinations, the U.S. State Department says, quote, "Crime and violence are widespread. Armed groups operate independently of the government in many areas of the state. Members of these groups frequently maintain roadblocks and may use violence toward travelers. U.S. citizens have been victims of kidnapping in previous years." Moving on to number 3, Royal Caribbean has announced an Ultimate World Cruise reunion, and they have confirmed that they will be having another Ultimate World Cruise. Royal Caribbean's 274-day Ultimate World Cruise is coming to an end. However, President and CEO Michael Bailey came on board the ship to make 2 announcements. The first is that on September 7th of next year, they will have an Ultimate World Cruise reunion on the same ship, the Serenade of the Seas. And the second thing is that during that cruise, Royal Caribbean will be announcing the next Ultimate World Cruise, and the reunion passengers will have the first shot at booking it. Here is a short clip of the CEO's announcement.
And the answer is, yes, we are going to do another Ultimate World Cruise. But we're announcing today that we are going to hold a Ultimate World Cruise reunion cruise. All right. And when we have the reunion cruise, we are going to announce the next World Cruise. And when we announce the next World Cruise on the reunion cruise, we will only open it for sale for those people who are on the reunion cruise. So the first 24 hours will be for you alone, so you can pick the best rooms and all whatever you want to do to make sure it works for you.
Next, number 4, data has been tabulated to identify the 5 worst rated cruise lines by cruise passenger rating according to the Cruise Critic website. Here is a quick breakdown of those ratings. The worst rated cruise line was Costa Cruises. They were rated a 3.0 out of 5. MSC was the second worst at 3.3 out of 5. Ambassador Cruise Line was number 3 at 3.4. P&O was also a 3.4. And Norwegian Cruise Line was rated the 5th worst with a 3.6 out of 5. Okay, we have several cruise news pieces remaining, including the top headlines of the day, but now it is time for our fast mid-show check-in. In the last video, I asked your thoughts regarding the trend being seen on social media of cruise passengers taking a mattress out onto their cabin balconies. With around 6,000 of you responding, an overwhelming 96% of you stated clearly that it should not be allowed. Thanks for your input on that. Here is today's question. Thinking about Cruise Critic and their ratings for the worst cruise line, my question for today is simply this. What is your favorite cruise line? If you could only cruise on one cruise line for the rest of your life, which cruise line would that be? Chime in with that down below. I will look forward to reading that, but now on with the cruise news. Number 5, Norwegian Cruise Line has opened bookings for 8 ships that will be sailing in Europe in 2026. This includes 5 ships that will conduct Mediterranean cruises and 3 that will sail on Northern Europe itineraries. Just for a heads up, I took a quick look at those prices. And right now, those voyages start at just over $1,100 per person. Then number 6, I have a hurricane season update. The Eastern Pacific is currently clear, so let's take a look at the Atlantic. The Atlantic has 3 weather systems of concern. The first is Tropical Storm Francine, located in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, Francine is predicted to become a hurricane and make impact near the Louisiana coast on Wednesday. That is something to definitely track for cruises out of Galveston, New Orleans, or Mobile. But above all, I'm praying for all of those that could potentially be impacted by this storm. Additionally, know that 2 other storms are strengthening out in the Atlantic. There is a 60 to 70% chance that those could become tropical storms within the next week as well, so stay tuned for updates. Moving on to some big news, number 7, Royal Caribbean has announced that they will resume visits to 𝗏aubedī, Haiti next month. 𝗏aubedī is Royal Caribbean's private destination in the nation of Haiti. No ships have visited 𝗏aubedī since March of this year. This is due to unrest and violence in the country. However, the situation has got to the place where Royal Caribbean does believe that it is safe to return, so visits will resume on October 8th. The first vessel to return will be the Adventure of the Seas cruise ship. Then number 8, a major accident has occurred involving cruise passengers in Skagway, Alaska. The incident in Skagway occurred on Friday afternoon. 25 passengers were on a tour bus driving on the Klondike Highway. The bus overturned, resulting in injuries to many of the individuals who were on board. The incident was spotted and reported by 2 different Holland America Princess motor coaches. The 2 Holland America Princess motor coaches stopped, and thankfully they did have medical personnel who were on board, and they provided treatment and triage until the Skagway Fire Department and the Yukon EMS could arrive. All of the reports from those that witnessed what occurred said that everyone did a terrific job, from the medical personnel who happened to be on board the Holland America Princess motor coaches to the Skagway Fire Department to the Yukon EMS. Great job by everyone. The reports that we received stated that passengers from the Ruby Princess cruise ship were on board the overturned bus. We are being told that there were no other vehicles involved in the accident. Details regarding how or why the bus overturned are currently unknown. We are also not sure of the medical status of the individuals involved. We pray that everyone is okay and that they recover quickly. Okay, subscribe and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with the latest cruise news and information. The next video, it'll be coming out soon, but until then, keep on cruising and we'll catch you in the next video.